Hello everyone, this is Endgame Mars. We'll do another unboxing of the breakdown of the demo. This is Journey, the Collector's Edition. Now this is a PS4 import. For some reason, PlayStation did not make this available in America for the PlayStation 4, so it is available on, you can import it. But I wanted to bear in mind that I wanted to make this video a long time ago, but never got around to it. But basically it's the same collection that you would buy from the PlayStation 3 version. It comes with Flow, Journey, and Flower. Now I want to be very specific and bear in mind that the PlayStation 4 version actually has less content than the PlayStation 3 version. The PlayStation 3 version actually has more games on it. While they're not really in-depth games like Journey and Flow and Flower, they were like little mock-up games, I guess like experimental little fun games that some of them were actually not too bad on the PlayStation 3. Well, they're not present on the PlayStation 4 version, so bear that in mind. So if you do have the PlayStation 3 version, you might not hold on to it because it does have a few games that don't exist on the PlayStation 4 version. But if you don't have a PlayStation 3 or you haven't bought the Journey collection on PlayStation 3, you can always import this version with PlayStation 4 version, which comes with basically the main games everyone would want, is Flow, Flower, and Journey. Now, to summarize that, there was a small update to fix any bugs. Now, I did play all the games without the update, and I had no problems, so I don't know exactly what the bugs are fixing, but hey, it's there if you need it. And if you don't need it, you don't have to worry about it. Moving on, this is Flow, as you see right here. Flow is probably the weakest in my opinion in the games. It's a little harder to control, and it just doesn't have the same kind of music and style. I wouldn't say it's not as interesting. It's an interesting kind of game where you're just basically kind of like a evolution trait where you're trying to consume, kind of like Spore, where you're constantly eating smaller versions and trying to become the dominant species. It's just a simple kind of evolution kind of game where you're constantly eating and getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I don't know if the game ever ends. I played for a long time ago, back on the PlayStation 3, and I could never beat it. I don't know if the game actually ever ends, to be honest with you. It doesn't intrigue me enough to delve into it, and I did play for quite a while to see if I could ever beat it back on the PlayStation 3, and I couldn't figure it out, so I don't know if there's an actual ending to this game. But it's still a simple little game, but I don't think it's as good as probably Flower and Journey. The reason probably why I wanted to get into this collection and talk about it is because of, frankly, Abuzu. I covered that game, and I will put a link to it, but I wanted to get to this collection to let you know that there is a physical collection of all the 3 other games out there. So we're going to go ahead and move on to Journey now. Journey is an interesting concept game. I do believe it's pretty good. It's got an interesting story, style, art, and concept. It's generally considered one of the best PlayStation 3 exclusive like indie kind of games, and it truly is. It's a marvel of a game. Everyone should sit down and play Journey. It's gorgeous to look at. It's got great music, and this concept is quite interesting. Now, I didn't play this with online when I first played it, and I think that's why you should play it the first time you play it, is not connecting online and experiencing the game by yourself and the long journey of a lone ship and the struggle of constantly pushing forward. Now, this game does have an online function where like you have another person who will be like guiding you, and he's a higher rank version, and then as you are following him, he'll maybe lead you and show you some secrets and stuff like that. So that's why I think it's kind of cool to play the game by yourself without any assistance, and that way you've done the journey, and then when you go and spawn and start a new game, you've done the journey, so you can teach whoever was maybe new to it, you can teach them and show them how the road is. It's kind of the concept behind it. It's not the most interesting and great game out there compared to all the 3 games out there, but I personally really did enjoy Journey, and it was one of the better indie games that you could possibly ever play. Now, I do believe everyone should sit down and play Journey. I do believe that Journey was a little bit better than Abuzu in this concept, because if you played Abuzu, they're pretty much the same similar kind of game. It's pretty much the same game. One just takes place in the desert, and the other one takes place in water. It's not bad. It's still the same concept, but I do prefer Journey more than Abuzu. So we're going to go ahead and just move on to Flower. Now, Flower is my most favorite one of the 3 game collection here. Flower is just a beautiful and gorgeous looking game that I really enjoy. And the music in it is just awe-inspiring. I really, really enjoy Flower. And the hardest part about Flower is trying to explain people about the game. Now, in most games you can really explain like something like Journey. It's a little easier to embrace it or try to explain people the game concept. Now, Flower is just more about you being a pedal and being the wind and the sound and picking up pedals. And there's really no concept or any direction or any kind of objective in the feel in the game. You're just just going with the wind and flow with it. And I just personally really enjoy it. And every person I ever meet or show or experiment with the game, they all instantly fall in love with the game because just of how much fun it is. That the simple controls and they work. Sometimes it can be a little hard to work with the motion controls, but over time you get the hang of it. And sometimes it's not about being in control. Just let the wind take you. And that's the beauty of Flower and why I enjoy it so much. Is that it's just this game clicked with me, and its visually graphics are just gorgeous to look at. The music, I cannot brag or talk about how much I love the music in Flower. It's just a great game, and I think that everyone should sit down and play Flower. This entire collection is just worth buying just to play Flower, in my opinion. That's actually the main reason I bought the collection. I already had the PS3 version. I just, of course, I wanted to add the import version as well as I wanted to play Flower on the PlayStation 4. So, like always, I will put links down in the description if you're interested in a copy. I highly recommend it. And also, I highly recommend you looking at Boozle as well if these 3 games look to your interest. Because it's no different. It's from the original creators and the same composer who makes the great music. So, thank you all for watching. Hit the like, subscribe button if you want to see more videos from me. And hey, these are great games, and I'm glad that PlayStation have funded these kinds of games, like these Journey and Flower and everything like that, because they're quite a gem games that everyone should sit down and enjoy. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye!